Good afternoon, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talks. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea and kind of, this is something I've been having a hard time saying. I've already started filming this like 4 times, and I keep giving up because it's kind of something I want to say, and I'm sure someone's comment is going to word it better than the way I'm going to say it. So please make sure you put a comment in the video, especially today, because this is a hard thing that I'm going to talk about. It's hard for some people to stomach, and it's hard even for me a little bit, about when I got stacking, when you got started stacking, and someone's going to word it just right, I'm sure, and I love reading y'all's comments, so please be sure to leave a comment, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button for me. It really helps the channel out. So, when I started getting stacking, the dollar was going to heck. And here's the thing, I got started stacking, 8 years ago? I'm looking back at it, maybe 7, it was late 2015, early 16. Gold and silver had shot up in 2009. It had been fiddling back down for a while, but people were still worried about the dollar. A lot of stories were coming up about Venezuela back then. We know what happened to Venezuela now, how it pretty much got leveled, their currency, to where at the time you could have bought an ounce of silver at roughly $7. Their dollar was $1.50. A dollar VARs was equal to 1.5 Bolivar way back. It's kind of scary to think where they're at now when you think about it. And, the reason I got started stacking, I saw that happening. I was lucky enough to have a friend, talk to me about it. And, I kept buying, essentially. I kept buying and buying and buying, and as the price went down, I bought more. I stacked more. I started stacking some gold. I stacked silver. And I guess what I want to say is 7, 8 years later, I wouldn't be where I'm at now if the dollar had collapsed back then. And the hardest thing about stacking, I think, for people is just getting started. Really, it's going out and buying. I still hear people on the sidelines because, you guys know I talk to a lot of people about this. I'm really big on this. I firmly believe in it. And I still hear people saying, yeah, I know, I just heard about it probably 6 months ago. The price is coming down. It's going to be back under 20 in no time. I'm going to wait and I'm going to buy my silver under 20. Sometimes, I hate to say it, people just need to get in, get their feet wet, and start stacking. Because the day is going to come where it may not, well, first of all, it may not come back down under 20. Between premiums, between spot price, between everything, you might not ever see silver at 20 again. And if you're sitting there on the sidelines waiting to start stacking, you might realize one day, man, I should have just bought in, even though I was buying in at 30, 28, 26, who knows? Right now, silver spot price, it went down into the 22s the other day. We saw 22.50. The low a week and a half ago was 22.20, I think it was. We might see a little bit lower. We could. There's a lot going on right now, but there's a lot going on that could drive precious metals up a lot higher. The biggest thing that I'm looking at is the BRICS. The BRICS meeting, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and 41 other countries. They're all looking for ways to make their currency tradable on the world stage. And, if it was one currency, I hate to say maybe we would go over there and spread some freedom and help them out with some dollars, spread some freedom. I joke about it. It's kind of a joke that a lot of us say on Instagram. I mean, Iraq wanted to go to a gold-backed dinar, and we went over there and spread some freedom for the people. And whatever gold they had, we took and gave them dollars and helped out their country. And then as time went on, before that, it was Libya and Gaddafi. Gaddafi wanted to go to a gold-backed currency. He had more gold than anybody. But we went over there and spread some freedom over there. I'm not saying this to put down the U.S. I'm in the United States. I'm extremely patriot. But I gotta say, they don't want to see anybody go to a gold-backed currency. And they definitely don't want to see anybody's currency traded more than ours. Why? Because they want to make sure the dollar stays propped up. They want to make sure that the dollar holds value as best they can. And they want to keep printing the dollar. And as that goes on, that we start losing, our dollars are going down in value. Everything is going up in price. And essentially, it's going to come to an end. And if people don't get started stacking now, those people that are, I bought in at 30, I'm going to wait to buy anymore until it goes back under 20. Some YouTubers out there are saying it's never going to skyrocket. It's never going to skyrocket. It's sad in a way to me because I feel like they're doing their subscribers a disservice. And I'm sure if you really sat down with them and talked to them, they would probably say that people like me are doing you a disservice because I'm talking to you, telling you how I'm buying into silver and it could go to the moon. But the truth is, what is the moon? To me, I'd like to just see silver at $50. I mean, granted, I'm trying to get more of it. But $50 silver to me would be a nice, fair price. Why? Think of all the work that goes into silver. I don't want to get too much into this topic because I want to do a video on it. But a lot of work goes into getting this out of the ground. I mean, they got to pull truckloads of crushed rock, silver, bring it up, refine it, smelt it, refine it, turn it into bars, ship it. A lot goes into making this stuff, and at the price that you can buy this for, even if it's just a junk generic coin, it's a steal. Now, I know some stuff is a little higher. I mean, the U.S. Mint website has these right here at $70 a pop, which I think is crazy for an American Silver Eagle. But that laid the way for companies like AppMax to charge $49 and other companies to charge $39. There's very few companies that are not charging a lot for an American Silver Eagle. I got this one from Universal Coin and Bullion. I got lucky. I only paid $29 for it, which was not bad because a generic ounce of silver was $27 at the time. So pretty good deal there. Are they both down? Yeah. I mean, I could probably pick this up for $26 now, $25, maybe $26. Something like this. This has actually held its value a little bit more. I could probably still turn around and sell this for $30. I see a lot of companies are still asking a high dollar figure for them. But I think with the recent drop in demand on silver from stackers that don't really understand why they're stacking, I think that's kind of making it a little easier right now for them to beat the price down. But when you think about it, even if the economy goes into a recession, how do you think they get silver? Most silver is a secondary product. It's a byproduct of iron, copper, other metals that they're mining. Well, they're not going to need all them other metals if the economy tanks. At first you might see silver tank too. I mean, I hope it does, but I hope it doesn't because I've just put in another big order and I'm spreading myself really thin. I mean, I'll be honest, guys, I'm addicted to this. I love buying this. I keep saying I'm going to slow down. Some of my close friends, some of you guys that I keep in touch with, I say, hey, I'm done buying. And some people will be like, yeah, you're done buying until tomorrow, until the next dip, until the next day that silver drops by 50 cents. And they're probably right. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm spreading myself really thin buying. But I am firm that this cannot go on forever. You know, too many countries are waking up, and they point blank said now what we said. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard what the Russian embassy in Africa came out and said yesterday, I think it was, that basically they're going to a gold-backed currency. And a lot of people missed out because it wasn't Russia specifically that said it. It was a Instagram page or a Facebook page or whatever they use. I don't know. But, you know, some people caught that. The more people realize and the more people wake up to this, the more likely it's going to happen. And the people that are waiting on the sidelines to pick up are going to have a hard time. I don't think that anybody should go out there tomorrow and spend $5,000 on silver, $10,000 on silver, or whatever, if they haven't bought any silver in the past. But, you know, picking up 1 or 2 ounces, I mean, I can pick up 2 ounces for the price of going out to a decent dinner. I'm not even going to say an expensive dinner because I wouldn't know what expensive was if I went out to eat, since most expensive dinners I make at home. I'm a big fan. I love steak and lobster, but I love cooking my own steak and lobster at home. You know, so I wouldn't know fancy really that well. You guys seen my cooking aspect. I'm sure if you guys been subscribed to for a while, you've gone to my main page. You've seen the cooking that I do. You've seen my steak and lobster dinner with bacon wrapped asparagus. So, you know, people just need to really just push themselves out there and get started. There's not going to be any cheap option, I don't believe. Yeah, I know I had some people say that they like the 10-ounce bars. Okay, we'll do this right here. You know, they like the 10-ounce bars because they have a lower premium, and they're right. 10-ounce bars have a lower premium. Do I think I would have a hard time selling this if silver went to 50? Nope. It'd be $500 minimum. But really, it ain't going to be 500. It's probably going to be more, because when silver goes to 50, people are going to be really scared, and they're going to be paying whatever. Think about when silver went up to $49.80 in 2009. People were paying $70-$80 an ounce. It was crazy what they were paying for Eagles. That was really nuts. So, like I said, be glad that you got started when you did. If you just got started, be glad. You're bringing your dollar cost average down and you're stacking. You're going to have yours. The only way you're not going to have it, the only way you lose your money, is if you sell it. You know, here's the thing. Let's hypothetically say I paid $30 for this. Okay, I still have this. It doesn't matter if the price goes to $5. It won't, I don't believe. But if it did, I still got this. Why did I buy silver in the first place? I bought it because the dollar was collapsing. The dollar's coming down. It is. People are de-dollarizing. And if it got really bad, I could trade this for food. Well, the truth of the matter is, if it got really bad and the dollar and silver dropped all the way down to $5, I'm still going to be able to trade this for food if I needed to. I don't plan on getting rid of it. And once you got it, you got it. Most insurance policies, think about it. Most insurance policies, when you buy them, if nothing bad happens that year, you got to go rebuy them next year. I don't have hurricane insurance on my house. I can tell you a couple weeks ago, when it looked like there was going to be a hurricane coming into the Gulf of Mexico until it cut to the north, I was a little scared. I wanted to spend the $4,000 on hurricane insurance. I would have had a hard time buying it, and I probably would have paid a hefty amount because I wanted to buy insurance when the storm was already there. A lot of people out there wanted to buy silver and wealth protection a couple weeks ago when, well, I'll say a couple months ago, I should say, when the banks were collapsing and the federal deficit was not negotiated. You know, everybody wants to buy when the storm comes. Well, you know what? There's going to be another storm coming. I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen maybe later this month, maybe next month. I know a lot of people come up with comments and they're always next month. That's a common comment that I've heard. It's always going to happen next month. You're right, because they keep basically plugging the holes in the ship. When a ship's sinking and it's got some holes in it, all they can do is just keep plugging it, and then it's one more hole and one more hole. Well, eventually you can't keep plugging it. And when that happens, that's it. That's when it's going to get really crazy. You know, so if you're stacking, you're doing the right thing. I really like that one. Look at that. That's nice. I don't want to be too long on the video. We're at 15 minutes. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, you can say what I'm trying to say a lot better. I always have a comment that I'm like, man, that is an awesome comment every time. Someone leaves a comment that I'm just so impressed with, that it's just said so well. I almost just want to go on YouTube and just read the comment. So, like I said, keep stacking, my friends. It's going to pay off. And the people that ain't stacking are really going to regret that they ain't got no silver. Take care, everybody. Have a great one. And thank y'all for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.